Right, see how the volume is with that now. See if we can get a volume on it.
Hello, hello, welcome to Gers TV. Simon's just joining us. Let us know if you can hear us okay.
Give me chat for a second, see if you can hear it.
Yeah, guys, can give us a thumbs up, guys, if you can hear us. We've had a few technical issues this evening, so we're a couple of minutes late coming on. So
Just
please, thumbs up, guys, if you can hear us okay. Don't give us a thumbs up if you can lip read. Loud and clear for Australia. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Hi guys, okay, great stuff. We're just about to get started then, okay. Apologies, a couple of minutes late getting on tonight. A few kind of gremlins in the systems, but we're all good to go now. So
the main man's back.
The main band's back for Seville in one piece as well, which is extraordinary. So
not just that, you doubted the sound would work, and I said it would be fine.
So we'll get a few. We'll start off with, as usual, a few messages. So
before we start off, quick sponsors before we forget them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We've got the. Can you read them? I'm terrible for my sake. Look at my glasses.
AG. So AG Roofing and Cladding.
Yep, AG Roofing and Cladding.
Thanks very much, guys. Yeah.
Cladding for you, and we've got the dogs. What they called again? The Muddy Paws.
Muddy Paws.
So and they're the dog walkers.
Simon and I sometimes have to wear glasses, and maybe tonight we should have worn them.
Lost them.
Lost them in Seville. So hi guys. Okay, so thanks very much to our sponsors, Muddy Paws and AG Barb, and please check them out on Facebook, internet, Google. And they'll give you some special offers and deals. Okay, so thanks very much. Okay, so we'll start off with saying hello to some listeners and watchers, new and old. So hello to Jackson Courtney and Donna Robertson, John McDonald, Marion Poirier, hello. Sarah Wallace, hi. Mark Officer.
Hi Sarah.
Mark Officer, good evening. John McDonald, Union Bears, can't wait to next season, Rangers till he dies. I think we all are. Stephen Gardner.
Happy birthday to Stevie Gordon.
Yeah, Stephen Gordon met Si and survived in Seville. So
I know Stevie well.
Congratulations. So congratulations on that. Okay.
That was Rex and follow.
Oh, was it? All right, cool. Okay.
Let's say there was some of these stories are better.
I was going to say Rex did the better. So Jim Trotter, how you doing, Jim, mate? Hope you're in good health. Okay.
Hi Jim, how you doing, well, mate?
Isaac McLean as well. Mark Dunnett, how you doing, Mark? Good to have you on board again.
Loud and clear, so everybody can hear us.
Excellent.
Fine,
Okay,
well.
so Ali Henning, welcome from Australia. Good to have you on board. Scott White as well. Mark Leslie, how you doing, mate? All right. Hope you're well. Ian Stewart, good to see you. Someone is saying the sound's gone, but everyone else is saying it's fine. So all good. Sandra couldn't make it tonight, so James Wilson's just to let you know. Muddy Dogs, sorry.
Aye, sorry, Muddy Dogs.
Sorry, Mick. So Muddy Dogs is a sponsor, okay? So that's 10% off the fee. There you go. That's 10% off the fee.
Oh, that's a double advert.
Double advert. Well, there you go. Double advert.
Muddy Dogs.
So Sandra couldn't make it tonight, okay? But she'll be back next week or the week after, okay?
Well, we're actually looking at no Danish show at all, but we're going to have a 3-week break after tonight. So we just decided to do a quick 40-minute, 50-minute show.
Yep. Okay, so we'll just have a wee chat about obviously the last week. It's been. But yeah, man, wait to be a Rangers fan.
If somebody asks you to start the season with Rangers are going to get to the European final. They're going to go into extra time, and then they're going to go to penalties. You would bite the hand after them for it.
Yes, if you said at the start of the season, we'd literally be one kick away from winning the Europa League.
What I will say, the only thing is, and I'll say this quickly in case anybody starts doing this, and I don't want it to happen. One thing, as Rangers supporters, you win as a team, you lose as a team. And you stand it, and one falls down, we all fall down together. I don't like this, the blaming Aaron Ramsey or else any of the players, individuals. I'm not going to name anybody. I've named Aaron Ramsey because he missed a penalty. However, it's a lottery at that point.
It's
designed for somebody to miss.
Basically, that is the headline news. But in extra time, we had a couple of chances, especially towards the end. So you know what, Si, you're absolutely right. Wins a team, draws a team, loses a team.
So we're standing by all the players. They go to the European final and they won the Scottish Cup for us. And I think everybody should be proud of them.
It just shows a mark of character that we suffered that absolute heartbreak last Wednesday night, but we came back and we did what was expected and what was required. But it's not as easy. It's not easy suffering heartbreak and then turning up 4 days later.
The other thing as well, it was proper heat. It was really warm.
Absolutely roasting.
And you've got to say, this is probably mentioned in other channels and things like that, but we've not spoken about it before. The Rangers dietary team and the Rangers, basically every team that Rangers have got just now that's made them fitter and more powerful, because even the young boy Diallo there at the end was becoming a real man.
Well done for that. This could be his last game of the season
When I got it
ever,
right,
and
it
you
was
finally got his name right. So
Um,
well done, Si.
practicing all
See,
week.
Si does take things on board.
See, but as I said, I've been speaking about Calvin Bassey all season when people were doubting him. I was saying how great a player he was, but the size of the boy now, he's so powerful, and that's all down. I think personally down to the Rangers coaches and the medical team and the physicians and the people showing them what to eat and things like that. I've even seen rumours that for other football teams saying that Rangers are taking super juices from Liverpool that are illegal. That just makes you laugh. It gives them a compliment. But to play more minutes of football than any other team in Europe,
More games, more minutes,
games.
extra time in a lot of games recently as
and
well.
and Aribo's played more minutes than anybody in Europe individually.
Absolutely frightening to think.
Go to after that heartbreak, as you said, losing a goal, losing out in penalties in the last minute, and then in the penalty kickouts, to go for that, the heartbreak of that, the heat, the travelling, and go to a cup final on Saturday against a Hearts team that you think would have been up for it. Take it to extra time, and Rangers roller coastered them. Rangers steamrolled them.
Just goes to show the last game of the
Roller
season, 66 games into a season, another issue of extra time, and we were the team that came out all guns blazing and went from it in the first minute extra time, and what an absolutely stunning goal for Ryan Jack, and what a finish we got right as well. So brilliant. So we'll catch up on some messages. So Ali Hayden, Sydney True Blues, how you doing, guys? Alan DL, hello to yours as well. So we'll start asking some questions and stuff. So we'll just so what I think Rangers manager do different next season. So obviously the reason why I think what Mark's saying is that we only took 4 points off Celtic this season.
Aye.
Okay, which is a fair point, and if we took more points off them, obviously if we won one more game, we might have obviously won the league. Okay, so it's a very good point. I just think that game in January, obviously, I don't know if you cast your mind back to the kind of the COVID outbreak in December, they were missing players, they were lacking a first team squad, and they managed to
get the game cancelled,
get the game postponed until 3 weeks later. They went out and bought 5 or 6 players. Fair play to them. They acclimatised to the team very, very quickly, and they had the good players back. And
see when they cancelled the game, the momentum. The momentum started to go back to them.
If we had won, I think when Gio first came in, I think we won 8, 9 games in a row, 10 games in a row.
And then all of a sudden a forced break.
Yeah.
Celtic will play they'll use every cheat in the boot, every move they can do. Basically, I've said this before. They've got a policy of win at all costs. They don't care about how they win. If it's people might say you can't do that. They'll do it. They'll do anything to win a game of football. And we've got a board, and we've got commercial guys, PR guys, or whatever, who'll sit back and accept anything that's thrown at them. So Gio went from being on a run, as you said, a great run.
It was absolutely fantastic.
With a full team ready to play, and we were told that the game's cancelled until Celtic are ready. That doesn't help him right away. However, his tactics that day, I think, were wrong, and he learned from them. It's in the past. You've got to move on, and you've got to. You can't worry about the past and.
Yeah. And I think what we'll do in the next in the next few weeks, Mark, we'll do a show where we'll look forward to the new season, and we look at maybe signings and who we can bring in and who might not be there. I think tonight's more about reflection.
Aye, there's been a lot of progression since that date parkade, I would say.
Hello to Andrew Bog from Malta.
Fan, how you doing, mate?
Fantastic.
A lot of new faces and
Alex Williams, all the best to yourself as well. Stephen Gordon, obviously the highlights and lows make us love even more. And I know it's a cliche, but going through the suffering makes the good times even better. So and let's look to. I will very, very quickly just say this: we've been in the last 16 in Europe in the last 3-4 years in a row now. There's no telling where we can go next season as well. That's not.
That's the big thing with it. Rangers have got 2 choices here, right? And the 2 choices, there's no 3 or 4. There's simple 2 choices. Celtic spent 20 years they've been
a lot of money.
They went to Seville.
Yeah, they've not. Let's not. I don't really thought. But I think
what I want to explain here is, see, after they went to Seville, they spent something like 20 years talking about how great it was to lose and celebrating defeat. Right, bringing out plays, bringing out Seville sweets,
naming a sweet after it as well.
Doing all this stuff, writing videos and things like that. Right, Rangers cannot do that. No, I don't think they'll do it. There's no such thing as great losers, man. Nobody. This thing about everybody remembers the great trip in Seville Celtic. Nobody remembers it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares who the losers are. Bottom line is, Frankfurt scored 1 penalty more than us. They deserve to win it, and congratulations to them. Rangers now need to move on and say we don't feel sorry for ourselves. We want to be in next year's final, or we want to progress in the Champions League. You never stop. You never ever stop feeling sorry. You don't feel sorry. You don't do any of that. You get yourself back to training, and you progress again. Because see if we're going to wait another 20 years, that's our own fault. It's no anybody. All this blaming everybody else, it doesn't happen.
Marion Poirier's got a very... I'll answer this side. Marion, I've got inside knowledge on this.
Right, I know nothing about it.
So Marion Poirier's asking, I'm hearing different stories in regards to Big Shagger. As he's staying or going, I can exclusively reveal that Simon's staying in the Gers TV. There you go. So there we go. I hope that answers your other question. On a serious note, it looked like he was going to retire. It looked like he was coming on for his swan song.
His swan song. His swan song.
Swans. I don't live in the 60s. So Donald Robertson, win, lose or draw, Rangers till we die. Correct. Paul Scrooge.
I do agree with that. I don't know why I've no idea why it happened, because in times gone by there's been like the semi-final and then 4-week preparation, and all of a sudden there's like 2 weeks and they'll still get a Scottish Cup final to play. Unbelievable. But listen, I don't want to go down the road of this and that. Frankfurt put the team out in extra time. Rangers were a better team in extra time, but Frankfurt put their team out to win it in penalties, and they won it in penalties. And as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to say, Germans have not been shy in taking penalty kicks either. German teams have not been shy in taking penalty kicks. Ian James Barron, Darlington fan, said that making the point they were made bankrupt in 2011, reformed in 2012. We didn't reform, we were still the same club, but I see your point. Demoted 4 leagues, similar to Rangers. Currently a fan-owned National League North club, and had promotions, 3 promotions to date. So Ian James Barron, are you back in the actual proper leagues now in League 2, or are you still in the kind of national leagues? Let us know.
I think that
would quite a good story there, Ian. Thanks for that.
I would assume reading that they would be running about nearly the old Conference League to try and get back into that, mate. But I confirm that, Ian. But good luck with that, mate. I've got a lot of friends at Bury. Bury have obviously came back and started again, but some people are claiming, some Bury fans don't want to accept it, so there's been a lot of infighting. But everybody wants a team to support, and you don't want to lose your team, and even if it's a lower league, you've still got a team there, so good luck.
Correct. Stuart Fraser, let's get to Europa League final in 2024 in Dublin. Yeah, well, let's take care of. Let's get to. I'd prefer to get to the Champions League final.
Aye, so would I.
To be perfectly honest with you, but
no, I can see, but people are right. Let's listen. Look to the future. That team you've got, you look to the future and keep getting bigger and better. Nice t-shirt, Alan
Bagley. Compliment you, side. There you
Cheers,
go.
pal, thanks.
Well done.
I'll show it off a wee bit.
Lynn Brown, hiya to yourself as well.
There you go.
Paul Strug is making the point it's the best goal we've seen for right. I think I'd probably agree.
Brilliant.
And Mick Mack is making the point again. Yeah, that horrible run back in January when I think I actually watched it with you, Si. We drew again. No, and also everyone forgets that Ross County equalised in the last kick at the ball as well.
Aye.
So we had a run of 4 games away from home without a win.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely terrible. Rab Pickin, hi Rab. I don't know if you said hi earlier on, so apologies. Tavernier Golden Boot, Callum Bassey Team of the Year, and Tavernier as well, I think.
And Scotland.
And yeah, we made this point 3 or 4 weeks ago, didn't we, Si and Sandra? That
I don't know if it's sickening or funny, to be honest, because it's quite clear. Rab knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's quite clear. We made the point, Rab, that these guys can't get into the Team of the Year, the Player of the Year, the Young Player of the Years, because there's Aberdeen players fighting to get relegation. Who are in it? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It is corrupt, but it ain't going to change. I've even seen that. There was an article, I never got to see the whole story, Gordon. I don't know if you've seen it, regarding that if Rangers had won the league, that they were going to the leagues would have been taking Rangers to court.
I didn't read it, but it wouldn't surprise me in any way, shape or form, to be perfectly honest.
Basically what they were saying is in this article that it's a media report that it would suit Scottish football leaders better if Celtic won the league last season.
It's the only league in the world where if you have a fantastic run in Europe, get to the final again. It's once obviously 14 years ago, once every 14 years, and we don't. And you know what? If I remember correctly, I don't think we had any players in any of the shortlists. If you look at McGregor, look at Craig Gordon. Hearts let in twice as many goals as Rangers last season. You can say last season now.
Yeah.
And McGregor. I don't think McGregor was in the shortlist for Player of the Year. Craig Gordon, good keeper. Don't get me wrong, made some good saves. But if you look at McGregor's exploits, McGregor had 1 or 2 games where you probably think to yourself, maybe a slightly younger keeper might have saved that, or not made that mistake. But overall, You can't tell them that Craig Gordon a better season than Alan McGregor.
No, getting
Tavernier-
Rangers to a final.
James Tavernier scored 17, 18 goals, from right back.
Won the
top
Golden Boot.
won the Golden Boot in Europa League. Not even the shortlist.
It's farcical.
And it's farcical.
But see when guys like Graham Souness start quoting, "No one likes us, we don't care." That's when it's very, very clear what's going on there.
Yep. Roddy Lumsden was saying he was there. The heat was far too hot. I think the final should have not been in that stadium. For them to run out of hot drinks was embarrassing. Stadium was too not big for a big European final. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's all about the money and it's all about appeasing the big leagues now for UEFA. And to host a tournament, a showpiece final in the sweltering heat in the end of May in Spain, it's going to be a recipe for disaster. And you just got FIFA are holding the next World Cup in Qatar, so
They really don't care. It's all about money.
Angela Glover is your pal with
the dark shirt on, Gordon. Don't know what that means.
Not really sure what you mean by that, Angela, but give us let us know.
Dark
Can you clarify that?
Anybody that was at the game, if they want
I
to
have got a dark polo shirt on. Yeah.
Aye.
Okay.
Is that Gordon? Is that what you're asking? If anybody
Yes, I'm Gordon.
was at the final at the actual stadium that wants to phone in and tell us what the conditions were like. I done a few inquiries today, guys. I've no great legal mind. I won't claim to be, but a friend of mine's is very high up in the legal system. In fact, one of the top in Britain. And I asked him about advice this morning, this afternoon. There's chat that the German supporters, Frankfurt fans and their club are going to unite with Rangers and try and take UEFA to court. However, if an individual's going to do this, they have to be prepared that if they lose it, they would lose thousands of pounds. I think if they were to do it as a group and fund it, there's a good chance they could win it. And the reason for that is the Spanish legal system doesn't have a great reputation throughout the world. So there's been one lawyer already was at the match. I believe it was a German lawyer done an article today saying the conditions were wrong. If there's video evidence, again, a lot of stuff is taken out of people, but if people have got the right evidence, they should be taking UEFA to court and they should be fighting this the whole way. And the reason I'm saying that, Rangers have suffered the disasters, Ibrox disaster, and there's been a few at Ibrox, and there's been a few throughout the world and throughout Britain, and we're being told that these will never happen again.
Yep. And
these conditions should not be happening in a game of football for them.
What wrinkles, what gets under my skin is that there was not, everyone goes on about Rangers fans, etc. Not one arrest in Spain, not one arrest the whole time, the whole journey, and the whole time there, travelling over, staying there, all the tens of thousands of fans, and UEFA couldn't even arrange water. And those are the kind of conditions and those are the kind of things that do get fans. It doesn't matter Rangers, doesn't matter any team in the world. If you're there with family and friends and you're becoming dehydrated,
you can't buy water. You can't
buy water. You do get frustrated. So well done and proud of the Rangers fans for not reacting to that and staying.
100%. There's an old kind of saying that if you treat people like animals, they act like animals. And if people are desperate for food or water, the heat, for anybody that doesn't understand, right, the heat was something like 36 degrees when the game kicked off. It was so warm and humid. Unless you were there, you wouldn't understand it. So you really needed water. And in this day and age, I don't think that's the stadium it was held in. For them, they doesn't understand. They doesn't know this. Wasn't a football team that plays every week. It's just it was built for one of the tournaments. It should have been held in a regular football stadium like where the fans were with the stadium at Seville playing or Bilbao, somewhere that's capable of producing a product that's worthy of a European final.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of messages to go through. Okay, so we will get Angela Glover guilty as charged. Roddy Lumsden, we're all proud of Rangers, so thanks for pointing that out. Absolutely, and let's hope we can build on today. This season. Financially it was very worthwhile as well. So it gives us plus we are in the Champions League qualifiers as well, so we can attract better players. And again, we will do a show in a couple of weeks' time, 2 or 3 weeks' time. Kind of obviously pre-season in that, and we'll see where we are with signings and
definitely we'll keep everything we hear about. We'll keep everybody up to date, and they'll say it's good to talk. So we'll talk.
Hi to Willie Allen from Newton Grange, sorry, and Warren Rainey. I don't think we said hi to you earlier. So Warren, hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're in good health.
Prague, how you doing, Lewis in Prague?
Yeah, Lewis is watching us all the way in sunny Prague. Good to have you.
Well said, Sider. Somebody, Tracy Christie appreciates my rant.
Yeah, good. That will encourage him to stop them. It's good. Yeah, hi Angela, hope you're well. Ryan's asking how do you feel about Billy Gilmore on loan? Do you think we should be concentrating developing our own youth rather than our clubs? We did actually develop Billy Gilmore ourselves.
Aye,
but I see your point.
I'll answer that one personally. First of all, I think that you don't want to have too many. It's easy to become emotional with football and say guys like Stephen Davis, keep him another season, blah blah blah. Right? See if Rangers could get Billy Gilmore for 2 seasons, or even better if we could sign him, and he was to play alongside young Lowry, sorry,
Yeah.
with a bit of experience in the midfield from Lunsden or whatever else. You're looking at Rangers having potentially the best midfield in our lifetime. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about a real
Billy Gilmore's a
fantastic.
fantastic player. He's still young. Alex Lowry's a fantastic. He showed how good he is.
Some of the nonsense I've read about he lefties and he doesn't want to be back. No, that the young boy is looked at. He's got a family to look at that's looking after him and giving him advice. And he was told he was getting better money with far better money.
Obviously, you know, Rangers want to sell him. So
And Rangers weren't shy in pushing it.
Yep.
But if you can get a boy like that, to me it's a no-brainer. If you can get somebody with that talent, now if he comes to Scottish football, he doesn't need to bed into it because he knows it.
Yep.
He's played in it. He plays in the Scottish national team. To get a young guy like that in beside Ryan Jack, why would you not want that? Do you know what I mean?
You know, Glenn Kamara, Ryan Jack,
Kamara.
Lundstrom, Lowry, Gilmore. It's going to, again, fantastic midfield.
Yeah.
Ronnie Groves is asking, or making the point that maybe getting more strikers next season. Yeah, I think that will be away. I think that's kind of written in stone.
I think so, aye.
And I'm not sure if Gio fancies Roof too much. I'm not sure. I think I've got a sneaking suspicion that my Roof might be off as well. I hope not. I like Roof, but
The thing is, see when Rangers got when Broncos, he brought his own team in.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So a backroom team. Sorry, he didn't get a chance to bring any players in, and
Yeah.
he brought in the boys that Voss's name is from Ajax under-18s, who was also involved with the Dutch national team, under-18 level, right? So this guy is an expert on young Dutch talent or European talent.
Yeah.
You don't bring somebody like that in
Exactly.
to watch the game.
Yeah.
You bring that in for the experience, and I believe that they'll go for a long. Sorry, they'll do.
Aye.
Seville throw it.
Rob-
Too many sash bashes.
Rob Turner's asking into the straight point bet never stops. Absolutely.
I don't know. I need the drink.
That's right. You do that. Daz Monks is asking about. I think his name. I think it's Marcus Tavernier.
That's better.
Don't know. Like obviously, you know, he's been rumoured with going to Bournemouth.
That looks like going ahead now.
Not 100% sure that Marcus Tavernier will be a great fit, but we can have two brothers competing against each other for the plaudits. Who knows? Big Cattage coming back. Yeah, I mean, it's like he's passionate about Rangers. He loves Rangers, and every time he plays, he wears his heart on his sleeve. So
I think it's only fair.
it's only yeah,
If you get him back, it's cost nothing.
yeah, and he's had a chance to impress the new manager. So
Why should he not get a chance?
exactly, everyone should get at least a chance. David Burrows saying hi for Belfast. Good to have you on board.
So that's an
So-
update for that boy.
Aye,
Darlington.
so yeah, good. So Darlington FC, standalone National League North club, but it's the 6th tier of football. So
I'm going to it.
that's fine. So maybe Ian James Barron, maybe Rangers and Darlington will play a friendly at some point. We can all meet up and have a beer and celebrate getting back to where we both belong. Hopefully, Jim Trotter saying he's surviving at Marion. So Jim, obviously hope you're in good health. Nicky Robertson, hi to you as well, and you Betty McKenzie as well. Caroline Howard, I think the game that Mob 1-3-0 East.
Okay, so I've but she talking about the past with the Old Firm game.
Yeah, so obviously the 3-1, the 3-3-0 games. So, yeah, I think Caroline Howard, yes, making the point. You know, the game in January, they won 3-0, and yeah, I think one of the only criticisms I've really got of McGregor is you're making the point here that we lose a lot of goals with corners and set pieces because he refuses to come out.
Yeah, but what I will say with that is McLaughlin is opposite. He seems quite confident for coming out.
Yeah, so
Duncan, you need that out.
yeah, so well done, Duncan. Okay,
Monkey,
so
I think
basically, what Duncan's saying is that because Rangers have got another dispute with Kinch, and if you actually look into it, since Rangers are actually in the right, but it would be embarrassing due to the dispute. Okay, so thanks very much for updating us that, and Duncan, we appreciate that. Mark Aitken's asking if it's time to say no to the Sky deal. It's not a decision for Rangers to make by themselves. It's what leagues like the Premier League and the Scottish League do.
We spoke about Scotland. I don't know if you remember, around about January, right? And it's a really, really good point. And I don't really like doing a Rangers programme and mentioning Celtic and involving them. However, I think we try and make the shows as semi-professional as we can and try and take it people take it seriously at times. That's Rangers and Celtic are the two biggest clubs in Scottish football. Whether anybody likes that or no, they've got all the power, but they don't use it. In this day and age, Rangers should be selling the rights to their games themselves.
Yeah.
Rangers should be doing their own deals. We've got supporters clubs everywhere you go in the world. There's Rangers clubs, there's Rangers bars, there's Rangers oriented people, and that run in Europe this season has only made us bigger. And we're being spoken about. We should be dictating first of all, Rangers should be. I mean, things like, and this might a lot of younger people won't understand this because they're so used to it. But Rangers should be insisting on playing a Saturday afternoon at 3:00. People are coming from Britain to see Rangers, not Europe. 3:00 so they can get back home safely in time and go to work on a Monday. No Sunday 6:00 kick-offs and things like that. They should be playing at 3:00 on a Saturday, and they should be saying this is the price to watch Rangers TV. It's £10, £15, whatever. I don't know the price, and it's the only way to watch it. And dictating the fees yourself. Through Sky.
You see, the kind of issue I've got with that site, and probably yourself, Mark, as well, is that nowadays you can't move for people with fire sticks and streaming, etc. So how much of this money, if we did that, how much money would actually Rangers get for this? Okay, now probably a fair bit, but there would have to be a time and cost analysis done by Rangers. And don't get me wrong, I think they've done it. They must have done it. Well, you never know with kind of Rangers and Custodian and whatever, but you would like to think that the people in charge of Rangers have done the kind of cost study where they must think it's financially better. But it's not better. But I make the point it's not better for the fans. So the reason why they don't show games at 3:00 live on any country in the world really is because they say that it's going to impact attendances. Now the attendances in Scottish football are absolutely horrendous, so I don't think you can impact them any more than you could. But it's an interesting point.
No, another thing
it's
is
certainly up for debate.
I think one thing that all Scottish fans, but especially Rangers and Celtic supporters, they've got in common. See if Rangers are playing a big game or a wee. Say example, Rangers are playing a small game. In other people's opinion, I say every game's big. So Rangers are playing St Johnstone, and Celtic are playing Aberdeen, and the Celtic game is on their television. Every Rangers fan I know would still go to the Rangers game.
Yeah.
So so anybody that says that would affect the Rangers attendance, wouldn't they? And anybody that's going to watch Celtic over Rangers isn't really a Rangers fan anyway. Yeah. What I would be looking at, Gordon, when you said about the cost analysis on it, see for the fire sticks, you're losing thousands on that or millions on it. However, they're still watching the product. So your advertising should be dearer.
But you can't quantify how much. So what Rangers do is what Sky will do is they'll go to their their sponsors and say we'll have 500,000 people watching at 12:00 on Sunday, and they'll charge the company their advertising fee.
I get that.
What Rangers TV don't know what the figures are, because obviously they can't say by the way we've got 50,000 people watching a Fire Stick at home, so can you sponsor us? There's no way of quantifying how many people are actually doing that. So at least the only kind of saving grace for Sky and maybe BT as well is they've got viewing figures so they can go and get the money for it.
I get that. But
it's not good for fan timings. Yeah, I mean we're up to Aberdeen on a Sunday and all that, and whatever.
The fan always loses out. This is a big thing. I've got a big problem. The fan always, and especially the Rangers supporters, they lose out all the time, and they fill every stadium everywhere they go. It is time that the supporters had made a say.
Sean Flannery saying, "Good to have you on board, Sean Flannery.
Right.
Welcome back. We got Cattish back. Yeah, we'll have Cattish back. Yeah, McGregor's stay another season. I don't think he will. I'm not sure. He might. I mean,
if
I
he
don't
does
know
it with no coaching, no, I don't think the first team goalkeeper.
I don't think. I can't see him. Playing. I can't see him sitting at the bench every day, every week. But I can see him maybe doing some stuff with the young kids. Whatever.
I also think that when a player like McGregor, you want to sign off on a high, and obviously we're confident about next season, but you don't want to be hanging about and retiring. Yeah. Maybe Rangers win nothing. Hopefully that never happens. But he was seconds away from winning the Europa Cup final, so you can't take it away from the guy. The guy's a Rangers legend, but it was a proper high, and when he came on, it was emotional watching him coming on at the park at the last minute. And they say big girls don't cry. I was a big girl because I was crying like a baby when it happened. But I think his time's up personally, and I thank him for everything he's done for the club.
Need to get players off the wage list, Raymond Sewell saying. to allow new signings. Well, I mean,
that's always been the case
we just made £40 to £50 million for the Europa League run, so I'm not really sure we need to. I'm not really sure we're in a financial hole, and we still got the Patterson money as well. So I don't really think we're in a position where we don't have to offload players, but I think you'll find there'll be at least 5 or 6 players that go. All the players that are I mean, imagine McGregor might go. I imagine Davies might go. Itten's a certainty to go. And I've got a funny feeling that Kent and Roof might be off as well. But
I mean, if you'd asked me this question 6 weeks ago, I'd have said Stephen Wright was a certainty to go. But I'm the opposite opinion now. I would say there's a certainty he'll stay.
Duncan's making the point I've just made there about generating the money for the Europa League. I genuinely think it was more than 30 million, Duncan. But this is what I say. This is what I say to say about payments for the Gers TV. I won't quibble over 10 million.
Aye, but we'll find out at the end of the year. Rangers go to do an audit, and you'll find out exactly what they made, because they can still be making money out of it just now with merchandise and things.
Marion Poirier's asking, was it the whole stadium or just the Gers fans designated area that was cut off? I think it was the whole stadium, because I think there's a lot of Frankfurt fans that are unhappy.
The Frankfurt fans are unhappy, and they know about it. I think that's either because of the Frankfurt fans and the Rangers supporters were mixed together, but because they look to be well organised, their club had done a lot more work for their fans obviously before the game. And Rangers appear to have done nothing. But the Frankfurt fans have acknowledged the fact that this did happen. This isn't a rumour. It did happen. And neutrals, and as I say, there's a story today that's came out from a lawyer from Germany, basically saying that this is it's against human rights. It's dangerous.
Absolutely. So, hi, Angela Glover. Yeah, obviously sad news about one of our ex-colleagues today. It was a funeral today, so... commiserations, obviously that's tragic news. So yeah, we did work together in the past, and obviously, well, I won't say any names or anything like that, it's disrespectful to families. But
of course,
with what happened last week and a funeral today, so bad news there. Rad Pig, we'll be open the phone lines open, side.
They're opened any time,
guys, if you want to give us a quick call and let us know your reflections on the last 7 days. We'll try and do a couple of calls though. So if you want to phone in, the numbers up the top. Do you want to play the wee video?
Before we forget, where are we next week? Or where are you next week?
We will tell that towards the end of the show.
Yeah, let them know. I don't know we got. Here's.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. The Gers TV. Hit it.
I just need to put the lines on. I need to do something here.
Yeah, guys, so please give us a quick call then. Let us know your opinions. We'll try and take 1 or 2 calls before we go. We will try and wrap up about 9 o'clock, maybe just after 9 tonight, okay?
Call if you want.
So call if you want. So we've always got some regular calls. If you want to call and give us your reflections over the last 7 days, let us know. All we ask is that on the Facebook stream here, on the message box, put in your last 3 numbers on it. So when you call in, we know who you are, okay? Because obviously people...
Do we know that number?
Other persuasions are sometimes tempted. We'll go right to the bottom of the messages.
I don't recognise it. It's Uddingston area, I know that.
So guys, if you have just called in there, or if you are looking to call, all we ask is type in your last 3 numbers there, and on this Facebook message box here, and then we'll take your call, okay?
I could probably take that, it's a house number actually.
Marion, we'll let you know in a couple of minutes towards the end of the show. I've got some updates for you, okay? So stay tuned for that. Rita Campbell's in the stadium trying to phone but can't get through to you. Give us a call back, Rita.
I don't know what that means. I'm reading that. It's Scouse Boy, but I don't know what it means. 20 people watching. There's more than 20 people watching. Obviously, can't count. Aye, Rita, you need to let us know your last 3 digits and just give us a wee call back, just so we know who it is it's calling us. That's all. You can call back in a minute. It's just
Rita, sorry, we didn't have a number saved. So if you want to give us a call back, please
Terry
do.
Monroe put them in. I know you're quite fast. Everybody right? My seat's going. I need to wear the glasses for now, night. That was done about. Right, enough of it.
There we go. Right, we'll take a chance.
I take that. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing? It's Stevie here.
Hi, Stevie. How you doing?
Aye, doing well. It was great to meet you in Seville and stuff like that. I'll tell you, this has been a roller coaster of a season, but I've absolutely loved it.
Exactly, I agree with that. I mean, the whole thing is, football's about fun.
Yeah.
And we've been all over Europe.
So dreaming.
You know, I'll tell you what, I've got loads of new fans in my family. My wee granddaughter never knew I was over there. It was brilliant, man. It's my birthday day, the anniversary of the back of Gers.
Happy 35th birthday.
We could have made that history, man.
Aye.
One kick away, but it was wonderful. Rangers are wonderful. I fucking love them forever, man.
Aye.
Right. Just, Steve, in mind, it's a family show. We need to watch your language, mate.
Oh, for God's sake, sorry for
it's
that.
okay.
Jeez, oh.
I
don't normally swear either.
the first time's only a yellow card.
Aye.
Aye, well, I'll never swear again on your show. Sorry about
That's
that,
okay.
boys. But you're a great Rangers man. You do a wonderful service
Thanks very much.
for us as fans.
Well, Stevie, you've got a great point, mate.
Listen to you.
How did you find Seville then? Any apart from meeting Si?
€13 for a beer. Apart from that,
Well, well, €13 for a beer was something.
Aye.
You just went across the road and you got it for €4.
that's right.
But having no water, even in the beanbag stadium, that was cool.
Yeah,
so
very cruel.
I hope they do.
Stevie,
get that.
quick question, mate. I don't want to get into great detail, but I believe you know a wee bit about law, if I remember, for the past.
Of course.
Aye. What kind of situation are Rangers supporters in regarding that? Because this shouldn't be Rangers fans, this should be football fans. But regarding suing UEFA and things like that, where do they stand with that, do you think? Your
Well,
opinion?
the best bet is to get somebody who supports Rangers to represent them, because obviously the court costs will be high and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's an open shut case. It's against human rights to deny people water. It's against the law to steal iPods and battery packs and all that kind of stuff. They can't do that, especially since it was all clear with UEFA beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that's on 1 second, Stephen. That's the 1 point Terry was making, that Frankfurt get Tifo in and Union Bears refused it, and some of the Frankfurt fans got drinks in without the lids, whereas obviously yourself and everyone else was over there making the quite right
It's
point
double standards,
that exactly double standards and
the difference between plastic and bamboo.
aye,
That's
I know.
clarified in law.
Well, I took a panda out for a date once and she told me it, so never mind.
Eat shoots and leaves.
Eat shoots and leaves. Aye, that's well. It's a family show, Simon. But all in all, what do you think of the season then, Stevie? All in all, overall reflection.
The season's been wonderful. It's
Yeah.
taken us through the highs and lows, but see, all the games, the games against the other two German teams and everything,
Yeah.
has been so wonderful. Listen, there's no way. I know a guy that's a Celtic supporter, and he was in Seville in 2003. Turns out he was on a beach somewhere. But I'll tell you what, that was his best season. And now they're turning around and saying us getting to Seville, losing the penalty kicks
Aye.
wouldn't be as good. At least we
Well-
won the Scottish Cup when we come back. We won the treble the year they went to Seville, but
That's
they
right.
still call it their best season.
I know.
Aye.
Aye. But that's fine. They'll make up anything to just justify themselves. Okay, so
But
we're just
listen-
used to it by now.
The big thing about football's all about fun, and what a lot of fun we've had. It's been great.
Rangers have given us a right this season. No matter what as fans, they've done us proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and football's all about the highs and lows, the dreams.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes your love grow stronger. Going through the highest highs, the lowest lows, and that's what we've been through this season.
And another point that we made earlier on: 100,000 fans or more, and not one arrest.
Not one arrest.
And the Scottish media are terrified to tell that story. Did you know that they don't want anybody to know it because
They actually sent reporters out specifically
to find story.
to find bad news stories. Rather than covering the game, they went to cover the Rangers fans.
I know, but we set out to be ambassadors for our club, and I think we've done that this year.
100%.
And that's what gives me a lot more pride. Compared to Manchester, I've got so much more pride in this season, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Great call,
point.
mate.
Okay, Stephen, please call again. Hopefully next European final, next season, you'll meet both Slight and myself.
Oh, Hope so, mate. Right, take care.
Right,
If
thanks a
no,
lot.
if no, I'll see you at the big park. See you
Okay.
at the walk.
Aye, come to Hollandtown.
I'm coming, I'm my guest.
Cheers.
Right,
Cheers,
see ya.
Thank you.
aye.
Rita, you tried to phone early. The line's now free, Rita. So if you want to call back and let us know,
That's a big rant there, but it's quite interesting what
we'll
Kate
get to that
said.
in a wee second. So Rita, obviously Rita Campbell, 919.
919.
If you want to phone back again, we can take your call. Okay. In the meantime, there's a big.
Not needed it.
Yeah. So
Kyle Douglas is interesting. He's wrote this. Kyle, I was in the ground with my two boys. It's a terrible experience. They took the sun creams off us, battery chargers, and a bag full of water. Took them off us to give us a bottle each. So they had a bottle of water each and sun cream. It was all taken off them. They were in the ground for 6 o'clock, so they were in it 3 hours early. By 6:30, I went down to get more water. Queued up for an hour, then to be told there was no water or juice left. Fella came over and said he's handing out bottles. I ran out. There was no kiosk, so I've answered it anyway. He got 2 bottles with his wee lad the same
just a
time.
wee second.
And 2 hours before kick-off, I had to sit 3 bottles for free. So basically there was no water after
Absolute
6:30. Who have we got on the call here?
It's Molly Campbell. I'm under Rita Campbell on Facebook. There's
Oh,
Molly
right.
Campbell.
Okay.
How
How you doing,
you
Willie?
doing,
You all
Molly?
right,
All
sir?
right, mate.
All right, aye.
Aye, all good. How you been saying?
Well, I'm putting about a beer in the stadium. I'm 75 years old,
Right, okay.
and my daughter 45. And we're in Barcelona. Well, I was in Barcelona in 1972, so I had to go. We spent £3,700 in tickets on the website. £1,400 for a ticket and
Wow.
£450 for booking fees each.
Right,
Which
yeah.
made it 3,700. But anyway, that stadium, man. I've been in football stadiums for 60 years. Never in all my life have I seen a thing like that. Never.
Really?
How nobody died in that place, I'll never ever know.
Yeah, it's a good point to make. You're absolutely right. How it's incredible.
Well,
how
that's
there was
why I
no
think it's important that
injuries.
gets dealt with, because it's alright saying why nobody died. What if somebody had passed away?
I know.
Yeah.
But it would just be the same, man. They would just apologise and moved on. And
Yeah.
that's all I agree with you taking them to court, but it's just a waste of money.
Yeah, well, we've got a few people that might not think it is. So what might happen is if it goes any further, then what we might do is at the Gers TV we might ask fans that were there to contribute to
Aye.
their opinions on it.
Listen, I'll be first in the queue. I'll
Okay.
be first in the queue with the money.
Because there seems to be this thing, Willie, when Rangers, I've seen Rangers in Spain a few times, and it didn't really happen with the Polo system, but there seems to be this kind of attitude.
Wait a minute, the police were as bad. We left the city at 6 o'clock.
Right.
We moved up the kind of boulevard, the Joe Casby thing, and they stopped us for half an hour to let the UEFA officials drive through to get to their seats. Right?
Yeah, I've seen that as well. That's disgraceful.
Didn't
Again,
know
it's
Right.
the ordinary
And
fan.
then, Fortunately, I saw a wee corner shop, and myself and my daughter went into it. We got the last 4 bottles of water.
Really?
This corner shop, right?
Yeah.
And we're back in the queue to wait for this cavalcade, limousine going by. So we finished the 2 bottles right away because we got out. And believe it or not, we flew into Lisbon. Then we hired a car from Lisbon to Seville, 300 kilometres. It was an Airbnb in Seville. But I didn't have a drink the whole time. I didn't, because I was driving. I didn't have a drink for the 2 days, right? And then we moved on to that stoppage up about 100 yards, and then the police horses come round. It was something like Robocop.
Really?
And the extraordinary thing is, the
the
thing is, Willie,
dark glasses on with a whistle. And every time they wanted to move they blew that bloody whistle, man. You think you're a dog?
the thing is, the report is there's no arrest, so why did the police get allowed to act in that manner without any
I
reason?
don't know.
Because
I was in Manchester, getting
Aye.
kicked off the screaming down. But how did they kick off again? Because they were just waiting for that to happen. They were instigating it.
You wouldn't blame anybody for fighting for water if they need
yeah,
it.
exactly. It's a basic right.
We stood there for a good hour, and then they moved us down another couple of 100 yards, stopped again, and we finally got to the ticket place where you shoot your phone, give the ticket. And I believe it or not, the Barcelona Bears walked past us, big Peter McCoy,
Aye.
Wally Johnson, Colin Steed, they can pass through another turnstile and can walk right in, obviously. But we stopped at this turnstile to show the tickets on the phone. And I had my iPad and my bag and all the rest of it, and a wee camera and all that. And with one bottle of water left, throw it in the bin, throw the water in the bin. They took the earpods off my daughter, and she's got asthma, by the way, right? So we got searched there. We moved up another 50 yards. We got searched there, even worse search than the last time. We got to the turnstiles, you had to show your ticket again. And then we searched again there and get the turnstile bit. We're not this big steps to get to Concourse. Nothing open. This is at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Not a thing open.
That's an hour before kick-off.
Right. No stewards are in to show yourself. We were behind the Rangers goal, 6 from the back. And gospel again, my daughter sat down in the seat and she didn't move because she was absolutely petrified. I mean, the seats kind of eyeballs and park in that. The seats in front of you are level with your knees. There, the seats are down below you. The next row of seats is down below you. And people have to squeeze past you. About a foot walkway to get into their own seats. Honestly, nobody died in that thing. I'll never know, man.
And Wally, just a quick question for you, mate. You said you were in Barcelona 50 years ago, obviously this week. And obviously the world's progressed, or you'd like to think it's progressed. Was the conditions any better in Barcelona at the time, or was this so much?
Barcelona, the new camp was about 100,000 or 25,000 there.
Yeah.
But I've told this story for 50 years. See, but when we go to the stadium, in the running track, right?
Yeah.
The place, you give the camera to the people in the running track, and you've seen your picture. It's great fun and laughter and all that.
Yeah.
Again, we invaded the park a couple of times. But see, when they invaded the park at the end of the game, which Celtic did the week before in Lisbon.
Yeah.
Right? When they made everybody, their battens and kicking lumps out of every bugger.
Aye. No, that's why I was asking the question, Willie. So, I mean, basically, it was probably a better at football. You were treated better 50 years ago in a football stadium. So UEFA's not moving on.
That stadium shouldn't even hold league games.
I don't think it does half the time.
They don't hold league games, it's not a regular football club.
Well, I think it is actually Seville, because I bought my ticket on the website.
I need to Google that, I'm sure it's no.
They show you a plan, and I was on the follow page, and they told us, if you go into the Seville website and kind of you're buying a ticket for their next league game, which is this Sunday or something, it will show you a plan in the stadium and where your seat was, your actual seat was.
I might be right with that then, aye.
Okay, good point then.
But listen, Willie, great call, mate.
Great call, Willie.
We'll keep you up to date.
If you're not maybe you, but some of your pals, your lawyer pals are taking to court, get in touch with us. I'll be but seriously, I'll be a waste of money.
Well, what to do is pop the Gers TV Facebook page, a wee private message, and we'll get in touch with you. We'll let you know if and when that happens.
Aye, because one thing, we need to ensure that this stops happening, because it's going to happen again. Manchester will turn the lights out on us, and then they wonder why there's a fight. And then the warmest game of football I've ever been in my life.
I didn't get into the stadium in Manchester. I was in that square with the screen collapse.
Aye, I was at the game in Manchester. I mean, I was at AEK Athens years ago, and there was no water. So I know what it's like when you can't, when you literally, and it's this attitude of football fans only wants beer. Sometimes all you want is a wee drink of water to make sure you're safe and you're all right. It's horrific, but a great call, mate. Listen, great call.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Brilliant. I'll save your name on that as well. So it's Willie. The first name is none of the misses.
I've gone to my wife's Facebook page is Rita, and I've gone to her.
That's all right.
She says,
incognito.
Messages on Facebook. I'm going to believe it.
That's all right.
Nah, no bother. We'll keep in touch and phone in again, mate.
Right, no problem at all.
Okay,
brilliant.
Thank you.
I'll
Take care.
add your name in it.
Okay, so right from the lines, then a great call. Let us know exactly how it went down.
What did she say to him as well?
Campbell.
There you go.
So absolutely fantastic. So thanks very much for the call, and we'll be back in touch with you, I'm sure. So we're going to just catch up some comments, then we'll probably wrap things up for maybe the season actually. So good call there. So well
Quick
done.
one before I
Petition.
forget, if anybody's got any suggestions or ideas that we can do to improve the show or do a different show every week, different time scale or something, let us know. Let us know your opinions and what we can do to make things better in the channel.
Rob Pickens let us know, we hear these stories, it gets, every time you hear a different story, it gets worse. And yeah, absolutely, Rob, we've made the point a couple of minutes ago about how the Rangers fans were absolutely restrained, and fair play to them, absolutely so proud of them. Death Trap as well. So what we'll do is we're going to kind of, it's been a fantastic season, and it's going to all come together.
Just a quick point before I forget, right?
A week's
See
time.
if this wasn't the Germans, because the Germans said that were very organised with UEFA.
Yep.
See if this was Rangers versus West Ham. I'm guessing the West Ham fans wouldn't have done any water either. You're talking about the possibility of a full-scale riot.
Absolutely, and again, just absolutely, hats off to all the Rangers fans who controlled themselves and went there for a fantastic time. And one lose or draw, you've done the club, and the rest of the support an absolute, such pride. So,
but listen, guys, everybody that supported us early year, again, thank you very much. A lot of new viewers. We really do appreciate it. Just keep spreading the word. Over 1,000 people joined the channel last. When was it? Since the last month, the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, we're now up to 35,000 subscribers.
If there's anybody that's want to join my Patreon, I forgot to do this tonight because we're running late. We've got the Walter Smith painting, picture, and it's a limited edition that you can see on the page. We'll put the details up.
We'll put the advert up on our Facebook page.
Thanks, guys, for everything, for getting involved. In the channel's getting massive. Genuinely, we're meeting people everywhere you go.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster 6 months, and it's been it's been great for me to be part of it as well. And thank you for everyone out there with all your messages and all your calls.
And a wee shout out to the lads for the Tarnockside Rangers Supporters Club in the View Park on Lodge as well. I met a lot of them, and Big Sammy, Logan, a lot of people that I've not saw for a long time. Great people, great Rangers fans. Everybody that I met last week, if I forgot to give you a shout out, all the best, guys. And listen, we'll be back next season even stronger.
Yeah, but before we get to next season, next weekend sees the delayed and postponed National Convention.
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be thousands of Rangers fans descending into Las Vegas, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. A wee shout out to some of the people I'm going with first of all. So I'm going with a group of very, very good friends, and my brother as well. So I won't say any second names, but Chris, Graham, Richie, Des, Jason and myself will be there. The Gers TV will also be there as well. Not sure who for the Gers TV might be there yet, but the Gers TV will be doing a live broadcast from what's the name of the place, Simon? Do you remember off the top of your head?
The Crowd and Anchor.
The Crowd and Anchor. So
anything you want to know.
anything you want to know. So the Crowd and Anchor in Las Vegas, we'll be there. The Gers TV will be there live from next Wednesday. Okay, is it next Wednesday? I can't believe it's coming so soon. So
anybody, if you ever see us as well, a lot of people say I didn't want to come up and say hello. Don't be daft if you see Gordon or whatever, you see me at a pub anywhere, just buy us a beer.
If you're in Las Vegas and you're looking for something to do on the Wednesday, if you want to meet myself, a few others, you want to get involved in Gers TV and be part of the show, in Las Vegas as well. Come up, we'll get you live, we'll interview you, you let us know about what your experiences were in Seville.
Hopefully my mate Kyle Douglas, that's Kyle from Belfast. Hopefully he's going to be in, I think that's my mate Kyle from Belfast anyway, the picture.
Kyle's bird, whatever your name is, let Kyle go to Vegas.
Yeah. Come on, let Kyle go.
Everyone's Kyle, why don't you take your bird?
Nah, let Kyle go to Vegas.
Let Kyle, let's start a petition.
He does.
But guys,
he deserves it, I think, to go.
It's going to be great to be part of it next week, and be able to do a show live in Vegas is going to be absolutely fantastic. So guys, please stay tuned on the channel for that.
You always get us a beer TV.
You do, Mark. Well done,
the Fruit
Mark.
Machine King.
The Fruit Machine.
He's took Oswald's out of business. I think he's won the Fruit Machine that much.
Single-handedly backing up to Oswald.
Brian Matthews is outside looking for money. That Fruit Machine.
So guys, we'll do it. We'll advertise. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a time difference, as Marion Poirier can testify to.
Yeah.
But we're going to be live from about the afternoon Vegas time, and early afternoon Vegas time, which I think is going to be quite early here. But so we'll be on at various points throughout the day.
And we've got a wee thing as well. Do you want to mention the tartan guy in the kilt? We're going to put some photographs.
Yep. So big shout out to one of our new friends, that's going to get involved
Kilts
in the
Are
show.
Us.
Kilts Are Us.
I remembered that.
So, Kilts Are Us, and he's absolutely fantastic staunch Rangers fan. I have the privilege to meet him. So, stay tuned for more information and some stuff about that as well.
And if anybody's wanting a kilt, we'll get you the details because
yeah, we'll give you the details.
It's official Rangers tartan, so
Yeah,
we're going to have all the photos in that.
Absolutely fantastic stuff.
And
So,
anybody else who's got a company they want to get involved with the Gers TV, we're always interested to talk because we want to make the show better.
Yep.
And everybody wants to see us in kilts and show their legs off.
yes,
think-
I've got, you can't see. I'm in preparation for next week. I've got my legs out tonight, but I can't show you unfortunately because of the
You've seen
camera
my photos
angle.
with the midges. I need to show
Okay.
I don't need to show this.
So-
I've been suffering the silence, but I need to show the amount of midget bikes that I've got.
Okay, so this would be a thanks,
For
Rob.
anybody that can't,
So if anybody wants to,
you can't see them.
so you can't see them. So
There's about, I'll put a photo later on. There's about 300 midget bikes in the one
if
night.
ever there was an advert for women's leg shaving companies, that it was. So
I'll-
guys,
I'll suffer in silence. Kyle, I hope your missus comes back in because you're due a pint poured, mate. I'm sure.
get on the laptop with the iPad and get the flights booked when she's out
Correct.
the room. Okay, and hopefully see you there. Guys, it's been an absolutely fantastic
It's been brilliant.
season.
It's been fantastic.
To be part of it with yourself, Si and Sandra, and you guys out there. It's been brilliant for me and the Gers TV.
I've got car stickers, but I've got car stickers. Terry Min will give me messages and I'll let you know you get them. And a shout out to the John Brown Loyal Rangers Supporters Club, Adelaide, South Australia.
Yep,
And
thanks for watching.
Not the chance because we haven't get whiskey next. I've got to drive. However, a wee toast
It's the
from
Queen's
the water,
Jubilee as well, coming up very shortly. So
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
and it's water tonight.
Guys, thank you very much for
Big Ronnie.
all your messages over
Ronnie,
the
keep in
last
touch, pal.
season.
Send me a message, add me on the Facebook when I'm no banned, and we'll get a wee chat. It was great to meet you, pal. You had a great laugh, and you found the pub for us at
we were doing-
tours, bit of fun it.
So remember, watch the show live at Vegas next week. We'll do a show in a few weeks' time, kind of pre-season, see where we are as a club. And thanks very much for all your support.
Keep sharing,
over the last
guys,
6
and we'll be
months.
back soon.
Yeah, always remember though,
We are the people.
We are the people. Good night.
Transition. Yeah, the boss is back.
I have been lucky in those who were around me from the boardroom to the dressing room. In times of stress, their unstinted support, unbroken devotion to our club, and calmness in adversity eased the task of making Rangers Football Club the premier club in this country. To be a Ranger is to sense the sacred trust of upholding all that such a name means in this shrine of football. They must be true in their conception of what the Ibrox tradition seeks from them. No true Ranger has ever failed in the tradition set him. Our very success, gained you will agree by skill, will draw more people than ever to see it, and that will benefit many more clubs than Rangers. Let the others come after us. We welcome the chase. It is healthy for us. We will never hide from it. Never fear. Inevitably, we shall have our years of failure, and when they arrive, we must reveal tolerance and sanity. No matter the days of anxiety that come our way, we shall emerge stronger because of the trials to be overcome. That has been the philosophy of the Rangers since the days of the gallant pioneers.